Based on recent social media posts and a rescue yesterday in downtown Colorado Springs, some have asked us if this looks to be an active bear season.
KRDO News Channel 13's Scott Harrison posed that question to wildlife experts today as the bears awaken from their long winter's naps.
There was a fair bit of excitement on this block on the east side of downtown yesterday afternoon as Colorado Parks and Wildlife officers had to come out and rescue a bear that was up in a tree. The bear, around 3 or 4 years old, apparently was scared by traffic or people or both. With a large crowd of onlookers gathered, wildlife officers came to tranquilize the bear and relocate it to the mountains.
So the bear was in a bad spot. It was a spot that we had to move it. It was right next to a busy highway. And when we do get large crowds of people, it makes it to where those bears don't want to come out of that tree. People are dangerous to them.
A quick check of the web reveals it's just the latest in a series of recent encounters on the city's southwest side. One resident recorded this bear going through the trash, saying the trash truck came late, giving the animal more time to munch. The city has received 332 complaints from West Side neighbors in the years since passing 2 bear ordinances. They require bear-proof trash containers or setting trash out only on the day of pickup. But the bears have found ways to adapt. Marty Kelly says one recently entered her vehicle, even though it was locked.
The car keys were hanging just inside the door there, and there was enough of the remote control line there, I guess, that allowed him to open the door.
She says hers was one of 2 cars the bears visited that night, presumably associating them with food, even though they were empty. But despite all of this, surprisingly, Parks and Wildlife says there's been no noticeable increase in bear activity. Colorado Parks and Wildlife began receiving its first complaint calls about bears in January, which proves that any season really is bear season. And that's largely because of the easy availability of food provided by humans. So if you want to avoid any confrontation with bears, it's good advice to avoid putting out anything, whether it's trash, dog food, or even bird food, that would taste good to a hungry bear. In Colorado Springs, Scott Harrison, KRDO News Channel 13.